Hello everybody, it's Rama, and today I want to share with you my avocado dyed paper process. So if you want to take a screenshot so that you can save these directions. So here's a picture of my avocados in a big soup pot, and I have them generously covered with water. If you want a darker, richer color, add some baking soda to the solution, bring it to a boil, and then let it simmer for 1 hour. Very easy. And then once it cools down, strain the material out, and you can save this material. You can use it more than once, I discovered. So here I'm showing I just put it in a baggie and put it in the freezer to save for the next time. Okay guys, I just want to show you my setup here. I have my papers and things, envelopes that I want to dye here. This is my solution, my avocado solution. See if you can get the color there. And you can see over here there's some that sort of spilled. And then here I have an old pan that I put the papers on, and this is some lace. Get that color, so pretty. The lighting's a little weird in here. I'm not used to it in my kitchen. There are my dogs. Say hi, Silver. Say hi, Ivy. Okay, so after I dunk my papers one at a time in here, and then when I get, I don't know, say 20 or so in a stack, I put on this pan, and then I carry the pan into my dining room, and I will show you. Well, basically, I just lay them out on the floor. I have a big mat that it was actually for my dogs. It went over the couch in case they went to the potty on the couch when they were puppies. So I have that laying on the floor because it's waterproof, and that's what I put my papers on with a fan to dry. And that's it. So let's start dyeing some papers. I also have some salt and mica powder that I'm going to sprinkle in between my pages. So I'm starting here, I'm just pressing my pages one at a time down into the solution. And on the right side in the pan, I actually did a couple of papers before this. So that is a paper towel. And what I do is after I put my papers in the dining room to dry, I wring the towel out and reuse it. And this is great. I actually did a tutorial on some flowers that I made with the dyed paper towel, and they're beautiful. So save the paper towel. And here I'm showing you the mica powders. I have 4 different colors that I am going to sprinkle in between just a couple of the pages. So I take some pages out, just going to sprinkle a little bit. It's kind of hard to see here. And I apologize, it's kind of a crazy angle that my camera has here, but you can at least get the idea of what I'm doing here. So there's the salt. So my hand that is grabbing the papers, I have a glove on. This definitely, yes, it will stain your cuticles, and it's very hard to get out. So make sure you wear a glove on that hand. So this is all I do. I'm just taking out 1 or 2 papers at a time, putting on top, and then I'm sprinkling with some stuff. You can also use distress oxide sprays. I've done in between the pages. Those are great too. If they have the metallic ones are fantastic. But for today, I'm trying my mica powders. And here I'm doing some paper doilies. So adding those into the solution. These are definitely very fragile, so pulling out 1 at a time is not really possible. So I just do a couple of these at a time. So I laid my papers out to dry on the floor, and now you can see I'm coming back and wringing out that paper towel, and I'm going to start with another stack. Okay, I am back here and I wanted to show some of the results that I got. So here are the smaller doilies. You can see when some of them are still stuck together, and then they're more white in the center. So those are the small doilies. And I did some oval. Here you can see the shimmer from the mica powders. This is one that was stuck together still. This one has a lot of mica powder on. And then some of the other ones, the larger round ones. This one's really nice dark color. You can see the pink in there. And there's different sizes. Lots of pink on that one. And then I also did the rectangular one. This one's kind of cool. You can see the color was just starting to kind of sink into the pages. Okay, then I also did some lined paper, and my nails. Well, you can see this is the hand that I didn't have covered in the gloves, and I was picking up and just moving papers, and I still got some stain going there, but hopefully I'll get some of that out. Okay, so in these papers, I didn't wait until it was completely submerged. I just kept layering them up. So we get less of the color. I like a little variety, but I love the shimmer on this one. Some other ones are really light. Some darker ones here. The little dots and stuff. It can either be from, air in between there. Also the salt that I used. It's a nice dark page. And then this is getting to the cardstock. I laid this one on some bubble wrap. That's a nice one. I can see the shimmer in here. This one has some of the doily markings on it. There you can see some pink, some more bubbles there. Lots of pink on these sides here, and the shimmer, the gold, more bubble wrap. The color of this is so fantastic. And for paper towel, it is really sturdy. It must be Bounty. So I have a tutorial where I cut these into strips, and I made some boho flowers. And I think that's the thumbnail, the little flower on the front. So check that out, because everybody seemed to love those flowers. I did myself. And then I wanted to show you the lace. And let me just get one layer so you can see the color better. Just such a beautiful, like a dusty rose, I guess I would call it. Yeah, and you don't have to let this sit in there. Of course, different fabric dyes, it takes the color differently. But I literally just dipped this in there. It wasn't even all wet. I just squeezed it out, and it kind of got the rest of the doily here wet. Excuse my dogs. Okay, everybody, thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next time. If you try this process, I would love to see your results. You can join me on Facebook in Junk Journal Divas, or just tag me in your post. I'd love to see your results and any tips and tricks you have.